Hello and welcome to another episode of the Quick Wellness News Nugget. I'm your host, Dr. Keith Henry, with another interesting and insightful Quick Wellness News Nugget. Now, if you haven't listened before, I take an article that's come out during the week. We do several articles a week, and basically I give my analysis of these articles as a naturopathic doctor, the different articles from different sites, and just give my input and analysis. Today's article is from K Houston 11, which is an outlet out in Houston. It was published on the 23rd by Janelle Bluda, and it's entitled Houston Methodist Employees Have Until June the 7th to Get COVID-19 Vaccine or They're Fired. Wow. And so I also play a video clip here in a second. But it says, as of Friday, the hospital said 89% of employees have been vaccinated. They're telling everyone else they must get the vaccine by June 7 in order to keep their job. Now, not everyone is happy about this, and it is. We'll watch this quick video clip in a moment. But let me give a little bit more of my commentary as we go on. But it says here that some employees at Houston Methodist are upset over the hospital's mandatory COVID-19 vaccine rules, saying they want more time. And if you read the article, and we'll see it in the video in a moment, that some of these people are actually saying, listen, we're not saying that we won't take it, but we need more time. We need another year or so to see what the outcome of the results of the people taking the vaccine will be. They're concerned that there were really no safety trials done like as usual. Normally these safety trials for these vaccines take years, maybe 10, 15, even more years. And this time it was done, as we've been told, in a matter of months. And so, but the hospital they're not going along with this. They're not budging. The article says that 89% of the employees have been vaccinated, and they're telling everyone else hospitals telling everyone else that they must get vaccinated by June 7th in order to keep their jobs. And as you can see here, it says, the article says it's a decision Jennifer Bridges never thought she'd have to make: get the COVID-19 vaccine or lose her job. She said it's not fair to be forced to inject something that we're not comfortable with. And I won't read that because we'll look at the video real briefly here just a second. She's a registered nurse at Houston Methodist, and she is one of thousands of employees being told that they need to get it or they're going to be terminated. She goes on to say that they have until June 7th, then they're going to be suspended for a while, and after that, they're going to lose their job. It says the hospital is following the same protocol that it does with the flu vaccine, and their CEO, Dr. Mark Boom, says it's their opportunity to keep leading medicine. And he says by doing this, they're helping to stop the spread of this, quote, deadly virus. And the nurse says, but she's not alone in these concerns. And it is just in my estimation, given some of the things that we've seen in the news coming out with some of the concerns of blood clots, etc., I think their position is reasonable. It's reasonable. And not only that, if something happens to them, the hospital can't be held liable. The manufacturers can't be held liable. They're on their own. They're holding the bag, essentially. And yet to be able to work, to keep their job is somewhat problematic, but that appears to be the way that we're going. And so let us see if we can, if I can play this video. This is right from the site, and let's see what it says here. Watch closely.
New tonight, some Houston Methodist employees are upset over the hospital's mandatory COVID vaccine rule. They want more time. As of today, the hospital says 89% of employees have been vaccinated, and they're telling everyone else they must get the vaccine by June 7th in order to keep their jobs. Janelle Bluda spoke to one nurse who says she will lose her job if she has to.
It's a decision Jennifer Bridges never thought she'd have to make.
It's not fair to be forced to inject something that we're not comfortable with.
Get the COVID-19 vaccine or lose her job. She knows her choice.
I think our rights as human beings is more important than keeping that job. If I am blacklisted, whatever it takes, I will go find a different form of employment.
As a registered nurse at Houston Methodist, she's one of thousands of employees being told to get the vaccine by the hospital, or come June 7th, she could be terminated.
What they're doing on June 7th is you're suspended for 2 weeks, and if you do not comply, you are terminated.
The hospital says it's the same protocol as with the flu vaccine, which was made a requirement back in 2009. CEO Dr. Mark Boom calls the COVID vaccine rule their, quote, opportunity to keep leading medicine, and says by doing this, they are helping to stop the spread of this deadly virus, saying it is the employee's obligation to keep their patients safe. But Bridges says she's not alone in her concerns. Since she's gone public, she says hundreds of employees have reached out to her and they feel the same.
Some have reached out to me literally crying, saying they're going to hold off till the last day and then take that shot against their will because they have to feed their family.
She says all they're asking for is more time.
Once the research is done in a couple of years, it's fully FDA approved, then I'm sure we'll all line up and take it. Just not yet. Let us have more time.
The hospital says that June 7th deadline is firm, and they say the vaccines have been shown to be very safe. Guys, back to you.
And so then we can see that the hospital is not moving from their position. Either they are going to have to, the workers are either going to have to go along and get the shot, or they're going to be unemployed. And so just be careful. This may be coming to your job sooner or later. Thanks for joining me in this quick Runners News Nugget. Again, you can find this article at khouston.com. That's they're in Houston. I think it's one of their television stations. Many other outlets also carry the article. So just look, you can do a Google Yahoo search and you can find them. Thanks again, and be blessed to our next episode.